Hello, friends. Welcome back to Sunday Shenanigans with me, your host, Trevor Stewart 1308. And we are not here with anybody today, apparently. I was not warned that no one would show up, but no one has showed up. We will be playing along with NPR's Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me today. Hopefully we will have at least one of our co-hosts, the ASOC Prod Cat or the Peanut Gallery, but no telling. But first, let's start with today's ad read. Today's pre-rolls brought to you by The Hidden Leaf, downtown Charlottesville, Virginia, 105 West Main Street, on the downtown mall, above the bricks, Suite 200. A great place to go with some great buds to get some great buds, bud? And the only thing better than their bud is their customer service. Also, they have the lowest prices in town, according to my own personally highly biased research. By which I mean I was incredibly high when I did my personally biased research. They are findable on Instagram at The Hidden Leaf, where you can also find our other two sponsors. Kush Gang Snacks, purveyors of fine edibles and drinkables. Kush Gang Snacks, purveyors of fine edibles and drinkables. Findable, there you are. Findable at KG Snacks 434 on Instagram, and Firehouse, spelled with a Z. Where there's smoke, there's Firehouse, spelled with a Z. Findable on Instagram at Firehouse, spelled with a Z. We will be, a note of disclaimer, of course, we will be expressing some opinions, because, you know, NPR, politics, weekly news comedy show, etc., etc. So we will be expressing opinions. Those opinions belong to the expresser of the opinion, us, the channel, and or the parent company, but not necessarily to any of our advertisers, including Hidden Leaf, Kush Gang, and Firehouse, spelled with a Z. Oh, I get that, Cat. Computer was being very slow this morning and needed some more tea while waiting on it. I get that. I'm actually out of coffee myself. I didn't realize how low on coffee I was until we were moments from starting.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hi, Cat. Things have gotten more serious overnight.
Yeah, I heard.
So the death of the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has been confirmed.
Yep.
And this is not to be confused with Ayatollah Khomeini, who was the Ayatollah when I was a child.
No. Yes.
Khomeini has been the second Ayatollah, Ayatollah standing for Supreme Leader, not being their actual name. Like, I believe Grand Mauve was a title, Tarkin was his name.
Yeah.
In any case, for some reason, that hit me really hard when I thought that Khamenei was Khomeini. And I thought, oh my God, this guy has been in power my entire life.
I mean...
He's been in power most of my life. They deposed Khomeini, and and installed Khomeini? I don't think that's how it went. They
There was a
switched
switch at some point.
Ayatollahs when I was either at the end of my childhood or the very beginning of my adulthood. So he's been the Ayatollah my entire adult life.
In all honesty, at this point, your entire adult life is how many times longer than your childhood?
3.
So it makes sense that, if nothing else, it feels like he's been the one your entire life. Because
I mean, kind of. It's also sort of like when Gaddafi fell. That was kind of weird for me because that was like, these institutions, bad, horrible institutions, but these people have been institutions my whole life.
Yeah. You know, it also doesn't help that frequently on whatever news report you're hearing, they don't bother to pronounce the names correctly either.
Right. And I also was in a brief period of time of not really paying attention when the Ayatollah switch happened.
That's fair.
You know, so yeah, it's one of those it's one of those things that I just sort of has been part of the world order for for what I feel like has been my entire life for such a long time that it feels traditional. And those traditions are breaking. And I like it.
Yep.
I like it. It's hard for me to embrace change. You know, I'm human in that way. It's hard for me to look at the old world orders falling and go, I'm comfortable with this. But it is important that the old world orders fall, and it's gonna happen whether I'm comfortable with it or not.
True.
And
Hopefully
the old
true.
world orders aren't that great.
Yeah.
And so when they fall, I should go ahead and be happy about it. It just sort of, it's one of those things that it's the push and pull of human nature that I'm dealing with as things change so extremely.
Well.
So yeah, that's the I guess that's sort of the big news. We did strike them again. We struck Iran again.
Yeah.
Hey, Maddie. The way the tech bros want the I world to exist lacks all notion of human rights and labor rights and environmental rights. Yeah, exactly. And now the change, the change in these world orders that are hopefully bringing around human rights, labor rights, environmental rights, That's what I'd like to see. That's why I'm okay with the old world orders falling.
Unfortunately, given the actions that the U.S. has had at this point, I think we should be the next ones.
Agreed.
Because unfortunately, the unfortunate and very clear thing that happened out of this was they struck him in his own home.
Yeah.
His own home that was nowhere near a kid's school.
Yep. Yep.
a home that was nowhere near a kid's school and that none of his kids attended. So
Yes.
there was literally no reason.
None.
And when you've got two countries sit there and make out how they've got the best tech and the best targeting systems and the best this and the best that,
And
there's
still
really only one.
accidentally hit an elementary school.
Yeah, heavy
Accidentally.
air quotes.
Right. Maddie says any kind of governmental access and redress. That's not the way the Trump and moneyed interests are pushing it. No, it's not. Pushing for
No,
acceleration isn't accelerationism. Isn't going to give you the outcome you want. No, it's not.
it
No,
never
it's not.
does.
Never does. Which is why I'm okay with the old world orders falling slowly too. I don't feel like
This
we
is
need to go attacking Iran just to like. Also, if we were gonna attack Iran to push this regime change, the time to do it would have been while there was the uprising.
yeah.
The time to do it would have been when he said he was gonna and didn't. No, he doesn't care, and that's the whole point of all of this is he doesn't care. It's saber rattling. It's not saber rattling. It is following through on threats so that people think he's strong. It's, running away from Epstein files. It's all kinds of things.
Yeah.
He doesn't
And
care
like he's
about the
trying to do in
uprisings.
Venezuela.
Right. He's ready to install Eric Prince as a warlord like he did with Haiti. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, I know this is supposed to be a comedy show and this has not been funny yet. But I did feel like we had to get this out of the way first before we move on to the funny. These will all be vassal states. Techno-feudalism, yes. And feudalism, imperialism, colonialism, these are the things they want. These are the systems they want. With them at the top. But let's move along to the comedy now before we don't get there. They won't like it when they get it. I believe that. I believe it's not quite what they think it is. So, our special guest today is Lilly King. And they will be talking about the State of the Union. So, we were right about that. Are you clicked on the link?
I believe I am.
All right. Their decades-long fantasies of being techno-feudal lords doesn't account for a lot of reality.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
it really doesn't. And that's the thing about a lot of these reactionary and right-wing fantasies is they're not based in reality. They're based in a perception of a time that never existed, a time before that never existed. They're based in nostalgia for something that wasn't real. They're based in desire for power and privilege that ultimately will eat itself. Those are
Look,
it's like trying to build a castle on unstable ground. It will erode out from underneath the brickwork.
Or a nation's capital in the middle of a swamp.
That too.
I was to say that the fantasies of what never actually was and reality biting, that's where the big Republican whining about the male loneliness epidemic.
Write more letters. Keep your postcards company.
Yes.
Let's reduce the male loneliness epidemic.
Yes. But, you know, we're going to do this because, you know, we don't think you should have the ability to make that choice. And if you don't like the consequences, don't sleep around. Cool. Message accepted. Nobody wants to date us. Wonder why.
Right? I mean, yeah, I know. They do it to themselves.
They do. And then they whine about it because. And try to make it how everybody's ganging up and doing it to them because, you know, gaslighting and victim blaming is currently their stock in trade.
Right.
Oh, oh.
Uh-oh.
Something for your Tuesday. Something for your Tuesday thing while I'm thinking about it, because I will forget.
Okay.
Someone was pointing out there's a couple of people who have been very, very upset with how in the Epstein files and things they are labeling children as quote unquote underage women. And they're yelling about it and they're saying, no, these are children. If
Yeah,
you are
no.
underage, you are a child. Period.
Yes. That is not
So
underaged women. No. Children.
no. Yeah. So
I mean, if they want to be more delicate about it, they could say minors.
No, children. Don't be
But-
delicate about it. Delicate protects them.
Look. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Underaged women is a non-existent thing. You don't get to be a woman and underaged. You are.
I know. Let me finish my thought, though.
Okay.
It's important.
Oh, you mean like you usually let me finish mine?
I try.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
All right, keep going.
Not all the time. Anyway, so she was fussing about this, and someone in her comment section popped up how they don't usually see male teenagers referred to as underage men. And so she was reading this out loud and muttering about it and trying to think of instances when her own teenager walked in the room, heard her, and said, yes, you have. I have. She goes, okay, when? When they are African American males.
Especially when they are on trial. When they are trying to get stronger sentencing for underage African American males. Children.
Exactly.
Minors, if you will. When they're trying to get them sentenced as adults. This is called adultification. This is half of a set of things that black children go through. They are both adultified and infantilized. And this isn't just children. This happens to black people throughout their life. We're getting towards that section in some of that section in Fearing the Black Body, The Racial Origins of Fat Phobia by Sabrina Strings. When they are being inquired. Exactly, Maddie. Exactly. So we're getting towards that, that. And the adultification is partially hypersexualization. It is also partially hyper-aggressiveness. You see it as being black girls being hypersexualized into these underaged women, where black males are adultified with this hyper aggressiveness to be dangers to society. Or they are adultified to become sports stars or laborers. And it is not healthy for our society at all. And it's really not healthy for them.
No.
But yeah, that's yes, that is a very real thing, and we will be getting there on Tuesday. It's and I think I watched an FD Signifier video about that, or somebody. It might have been Khadijah Mboye. I don't remember. I vaguely remember on one of the Tuesdays watching a video about that, but my memory.
Yes.
So.
I guess for me, it was more a case of in pointing out one thing, we're starting to see teenagers looking around and going, yeah, no, this is not cool.
Well, you know,
it's finally starting to percolate.
From what I've observed, from the generations that are younger than me, we are progressing well. Each generation has seemed more and more progressive and has seemed more and more willing to call out and not put up with the underlying problems. There's a word I'm looking for here. Means double standard. Can't get there from here, though. I was looking for it the other day, and I couldn't find it either. But also the inconsistencies, the double standards, all of that. And the younger generations are being more proactive about dealing with it, from what I have observed. Hypocrisy!
Thank you, Maddie.
Oh, that was gonna... I was trying to talk about hypocrisy the other day, and I couldn't get there. And it just is... Oh... Thank you so much, Maddie. Man, getting old is a drag, ain't it?
Bum. No.
At least I didn't expect everyone else to figure the word out immediately when I couldn't remember it. That would have been...
This is true.
That would have made me a hypocrite.
Okay.
All right, so we should go ahead and get on with the game.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead. Click this.
Whether you're a professional or just love getting hands-on with your home projects.
Now, do you think Cosby's legacy will be hurt?
Yeah.
You do, huh? I mean, there was a comedian, Patton Oswalt, he told me, I think the worst part of the Cosby thing was the hypocrisy. And I disagreed.
You disagree with that?
Yeah. I thought it was the raping. That's my feeling. Most rapists are hypocrites. You don't meet many who go, I like raping, and I know it's not politically correct, but by God, people go, well, he's not being a hypocrite, and that's the worst part.
Maddie! I know, no, you did not say it.
Well played, Maddie. Well played.
I don't believe I had seen that before. No.
No. That's, when I think about it, I think Darth Dragonis told me about it at some point. But no, I hadn't seen it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yes. And it's a good joke. I mean, technically, it is a good joke. It's also funny. It is also messed up.
Especially when you're not expecting it.
Oh, yeah, poor Jerry Seinfeld is trying to drive. And that hits him, and he's like... Yeah. Okay. We should get on with the show.
This message comes from Dun & Bradstreet. Imagine your business at the table for a loan, and they ask, who are you? A Dunn's number from Dun & Bradstreet gives your business...
Wait, don't tell me. The NPR News Quiz. I'm the man with the voice so smooth you could go curling on it. Bill Curtis. And here's your host.
Indiana University, IU, which thanks...
I'm in Bloomington, Indiana. News Quiz. I'm the man with the voice so smooth you could go curling on it.
Curling ice is not smooth. It is pebbled.
Which we only just learned, which is hilarious. Or at least I only just learned it.
I learned a couple of weeks ago. That's why the sweeping. The one that... Okay, so the ice surface thing that I learned that surprised me is ice climbing has to be pebbled. Not smooth. You don't want smooth ice when you're ice climbing for some reason. I can't remember what, but there's a... It has to be pebbled as well.
Bill Curtis. And here's your host at the Indiana University Auditorium in Bloomington, Indiana, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you,
Peter.
everybody. Thank you. It is great to be here at Indiana University.
Always
IU,
gonna
which
think
thanks
the
to their
eminently punchable
incredible
Peter Sagal.
football team, they just learned a little known secret. When you win the National College Football Championship, the coach gets a new record-setting high salary, and the rest of you get us. So later on, speaking of athletics, we're going to be talking to a proud Hoosier alum and multiple Olympic medalist swimmer Lilly King. But first, it's your turn to compete. Give us a call at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Let's welcome our first listener contestant. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, I'm
In that picture right there, by the way, she looks like the flying nun.
All right, my first thought was butterfly, but now that you said that, I can't unsee it.
It looks like a Whipple.
It does. It does. I can see that. But the problem is that you and I are probably some of the oldest people that would actually recognize the flying nun.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet a lot of people at NPR had the same thought.
Maybe.
What am I ingesting? This is a mix of the silver and gold tier bud at the Hidden Leaf. This is one of their black tube pre-rolls. Who's, and I smoke the Hidden Leaf, 105 West Main Street on the downtown mall above the Bricks, Suite 200. A great place to go with some great buds to get some great buds, eh, bud? And the only thing better than their bud is their customer service. Oh, that wasn't what you meant.
I think it's the fact that both of us are able to see the flying nun.
Oh. Whatever I've been ingesting is not something you can actually get at the Hidden Leaf. And I haven't had any today yet.
Keep in mind that out of the three of us,
yes.
While I'm not necessarily the most sober, I am definitely the only one that has not tried anything edible from the Hidden Leaf or from Kingsway.
It's true.
Kush King.
Kush Gang.
So
we can't do anything in Kansas.
So whatever you're
That's
on,
sad.
I'm probably on, and it's probably all natural biochemical because we're seeing the same thing.
Well, no, see, for you, it's the power of suggestion. It's because I saw it and said it.
True.
And for me, it's because I'm a brain-fried spunion. I mean, that's just... Nothing is... Oh, that's so sad. I mean, almost nothing's legal here, too. Weed is legal, but that's it. I mean, okay. Some other things aren't exactly illegal, but it's mostly like it's not legal. It's not illegal as long as you don't get caught.
Yeah.
California sober. Or wait, is that Oregon sober? Yeah, I think that's Boulder sober. Or Oregon sober.
Colorado.
There's a Colorado sober. There's one of the sobers that is isn't that all crimes? No, there are. I mean, technically yes, but no, there are some crimes here. There are some drugs that are still drugs that they will.
Yeah.
That they are not cool with, and they will come looking for you if they even think you've got it and you're doing it.
Oh, yes. Yes, they will. And considering what those drugs do, I really can't fault them for that. I like my face not being eaten off.
I mean, yeah. So it's... But the general psychedelics are in that gray area where they're like, as long as we can't tell, we don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't make it our problem, we won't be your problem.
Right. Right. So there's, yeah. But that line is the actual everything's legal in Jersey. Was it until you get caught or unless you get caught? And that was from Traveling Wilburys song?
Maybe? I know I've heard it.
Or
I'm
was
not
it
sure
from?
where I
Oh
heard it.
no! It might be from Steve Miller Band. Take the Money and Run.
That sounds more likely.
There's a Traveling Wilburys song that was a lot like Take the Money and Run. I remember because in my youth, I wrote a song that was kind of a mixture of the two of them. And it wasn't actually half bad. I don't remember it anymore, but I remember people being like, hey, that's kind of okay. I was like, all right. But
Yeah, Traveling Wilburys. Tweeter and the Monkey Man.
Tweeter and the Monkey Man. Oh my God.
Who taught in Jersey anything's legal as long as you don't get caught.
Anything's legal in Jersey as long as you don't get caught. Tweeter and the Monkey Man. Oh my God. It has been decades since I have listened to that song. Oh, wow. Traveling Wilburys, aren't they the Ugly American Band?
I do not know that one.
No. They're like they're a super group of ugly Americans, aren't they? Who's in Traveling Wilburys?
That's going to require me to actually look that up.
That's why you're the associate producer.
English American musical group. Oh, Wikipedia, and here we go.
Oh, I may also be thinking of a different group. But I think it's the Wilburys.
Bob Dylan, George Harrison, Jeff Lynne, Roy Orbison, Tom Petty.
Yeah, no, that's the Ugly American supergroup.
Okay.
And they're not all Americans, but...
Yeah.
Ain't none of them what I call pretty.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like a super group. Everybody in the Wilburys was famous, was big. And very talented, which is why it was amazing music.
Originating from an idea discussed by Harrison and Lynne during sessions for one of their albums, they formed in 1988 after the five of them united to record a bonus track for Harrison's next European single.
Oh, wow.
When the collaboration, Handle with Care, was deemed too good for such a limited release, the group agreed to record a full album titled Traveling Wilburys Volume 1, and released it in 1988.
George Harrison looked 35 at age 21.
Yeah. So there were 5 of them. Orbison died in 1988. They continued on as a quartet, and their next album that they released was Traveling Wilburys Volume 3. So they released Volume 1. They have released Volume 3.
My kind of band. My kind
Yep.
of band.
They adopted a tongue-in-cheek pseudonym as half-brothers from the fictional Wilbury family of traveling musicians.
Is it weird that I find this whole era in music to be kind of weirdly overly pompous? No.
No.
No. Because they really were... Like, I've had to work to drop that image of this era of music. because it took things like the video for George Harrison's oh god, song is only 6 words long. Song is only 6 words long. What song was that?
6 words? I don't know.
No. That was the Weird Al Yankovic cover.
Oh.
But the video, everything in the room started coming alive and dancing and being silly. And at that point, I was like, oh, maybe George Harrison had a sense of humor.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. The ballerina was pretty cool. I do remember that catching my attention, too. But yeah, a lot of that music at that time, like, the studios were putting together groups of highly trained musicians. The studios were starting to, and the musicians that had changed music in the 70s, late 60s and 70s, had started to really mature into much more sophisticated music. And it felt like a lot of them were taking themselves way more seriously than goofy rock should have been. So yeah, I get how
got my mind set on you.
There
I'm thinking
is.
that's the correct one.
Yes. So yeah, I could see how one could feel like music at that time was too pompous. A lot of it was highly overproduced. A lot of, for instance, I will never really be able to get into Chicago or the other one. But it just very highly produced stadium rock, and the albums were just too slick. So it just doesn't, like even ELO was a little too slick for me at times. As sort of as production went up, the accessibility, I feel like, went down. The band, yeah, Chicago, the band. Chicago, the musical, I enjoyed. My first experience with it was, I believe, actually a very small venue. I believe it was Live Arts, back when Live Arts was still in the black box space. And it was a very, very small time production, but really good. As the genre matures, it gets more complicated and opaque and hard to get into, and kids especially miss out on it. And then it just kind of ossifies. Yeah.
So here's something interesting for the both of you. trying to look up this song and finding something. So, got my mind set on you had 2 different official music videos.
Yes, it did.
The first one featured the ballerina that Maddie's remembering. The second one featured the furniture coming alive.
Which is what I do remember the ballerina, too. I do remember both versions. I, of course, really like the second version because the furniture came alive.
Yes, and
the squirrel played the saxophone.
The reason they did the second version is because they wanted to release it. It was inspired by Evil Dead 2. He had watched Evil Dead 2 and said, we got to do this.
Sounds about right. Shop smart. Shop smart.
Yes. So the ballerina was the first one, and then Evil Dead 2 came out, and he's like, we got to do another one.
We got to do this. Oh, God. I love that. I love that. That makes so much sense, though. Because that room felt so, like, horror and claustrophobic. And, like, there was an uncomfortable aspect, other than everything coming alive, to that room.
Oh, my Lord.
Yes, it was Army of Darkness. Evil Dead... Army of Darkness was the sequel or remake of Evil Dead 2?
Oh. Hang on.
Or no.
Evil Dead is the sequel, so Army of Darkness was the really campy remake.
Okay.
Which...
Sequel.
Those... The people that did the first 2 movies, they're a study in what not to do with your film rights, because they lost the rights to both of their first movies.
However, they are a lesson in what to do with your car.
This is true.
Because that car was in Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. That is. The Raimis. Mm-hmm. The Raimi brothers, and specifically Sam Raimi.
In Army of Darkness, all the weird kind of recap stuff that they did, that it was filmed again, and you could tell that it was supposed to be retelling but filmed again, was because they had lost the right to use the footage that they had already made.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
Twice. They lost it twice. They finally learned on the third movie.
Mm-hmm.
But... wow.
Yeah. But, I mean, they were, brilliant. They were brilliant movies.
Yeah.
All the way around, I felt.
Right.
All
we
right.
need to actually hit play on this.
We are 50 minutes into the actual show, and we have made it 1:14 into the show.
Hey,
Yes.
Patrick, I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, how are things back in Chicago?
Still very cold.
I'm kind of glad to hear that, because we're not there. What do you do in our hometown?
So for my day job, I'm an enterprise consultant, but for my second gig, I run a local cat rescue here.
Really?
Yes.
When you say here, do you mean your house?
No. I mean at our adoption center.
Okay, all right. Well, that's very good work. I'm glad you do it. Welcome to the show, Bradley. Let me introduce you to our panel. First, a stand-up comedian performing at the Commonwealth Comedy Club outside Cincinnati on April 10th and 11th, and at the DC Improv on the 12th. It's Josh Gondelman.
Hello.
Hey, Josh.
Thank you for rescuing all those cats.
Thank you.
Next, she's a contributor to CBS Sunday Morning. It's Faith Saley.
Hey,
Bradley.
Faith.
Hello.
And a comedian who'll be at the Laugh Factory in Las Vegas's Horseshoe Casino March 19th through the 15th, and at Hilarities Comedy Club in Cleveland March 20th and 21st. It's Alonzo Bowden.
Hi, Alonzo.
Hello, Bradley.
Yeah, exactly. You should have name dropped the business.
Welcome to the show,
They would have
Bradley. You're going to
done
play
a
Who's
really
Bill
good-
this time? That,
would
of
have
course,
done
is the
them
game
really
where
good.
Bill Curtis reads you 3 quotations from the week's news. If you can correctly identify or explain just 2 of them, 2 out of 3, you'll win our prize. Any voice from our show you might choose for your voicemail. Are you ready to go?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Your first quote is from the President of the United States.
We are the hottest country.
That was just some of the good news the President shared during what big speech this week?
State of the Union.
State of the Union.
That would be the State of the Union.
It would be, yes, the State of the Union. Tuesday's speech was the longest State of the Union in history, in part because he kept bringing out these special guests. For example, Trump invited the U.S. men's hockey team into the House chamber, which was nice. A lot of them hadn't been there since January 6th.
Yep. Good one. Good one.
Wow, Peter. That's true. When he said I will agree, when he said we are the hottest country in the world, he was just referring to the fact that we've stopped doing anything to protect the climate. So we are, So we are getting there.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't watch. There is no reason for me to watch an old man rambling for like 2 hours, just making it up as he goes. Yeah.
On the other hand, I mean, think about it.
That was
in the world we
Tuesday.
live in now, there's so few things worth watching live.
Tuesday.
Right? Other than sports, of course, because everything that happens has been pre-planned. Not with him. He could have done anything, right?
That's true. And he doesn't even, when he talks, he's not even connected to reality, right? He's just describing a fantasy that's going on in his head. He might as well have given a State of Narnia address.
One of the things he did is he handed out prizes, medals to his various guys. He gave out the Congressional Medal of Honor. He gave out Legions of Merit Awards, Medals of Freedom, Purple Heart Awards, and he gave RFK Jr. the Purple Face Award.
I think this is the first time that the fact checkers said, well, it'll be easier to just try to find something true.
Yeah, just list that.
Than count all the lies. We'll put 2. There were 2 things that were true. We'll go with those.
All right, Bradley, here is your next quote.
The tribe has spoken.
That's the catchphrase from a reality show that amazingly celebrated its 50th
Lost.
season
Or no,
this
not
week.
Lost,
What
Survivor.
That would be Survivor.
Yes,
Right.
Survivor. It is amazing that they have reached 50 seasons of Survivor. I thought they all starved to death on that island long ago. But it's not surprising the show has been so successful.
I know why I confused Survivor and Lost.
I mean, yeah.
They're both impossibly hard to follow and set on an island.
Yeah, and it feels like the cast changes too frequently.
Revolving cast, set in an island, really hard to follow. Not worth my time. Ultimately disappointing.
Too many bugs.
Who's been so successful.
Somewhere out
Where
there,
else
we're gonna have
can you get to
upset
watch
Survivor.
a 35-year-old orthodontist poop in the ocean?
Yep.
Wait, so do we know the math? How many years has it been on? Are there like 10
I
seasons
think it
a
started
year?
in like 2002, around there.
Oh my
It's been on for a
gosh.
long time, Faith.
Can someone, do y'all
I
watch
still
it?
have a big problem believing it's tough to survive when the camera crew is eating somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that myself.
The sound guy's having lunch.
Yeah.
You can't.
Right.
Okay, I didn't catch anything today. Mind if I stop by for a BLT off the truck?
Yeah. On the very first episode, broadcast this last week, and this is true, a contestant tore his ACL and had to drop out. It's like, yeah, this show really is 50.
I wonder who comes up with, like, they're running out of places and things to do with them, different islands and different challenges and this and that. And I've
The
heard
evening
stories,
news
I
also
just
covers
wish they would
other
do it
versions
and just do like Hood
of
Survivor.
Survivor.
Yes.
Just some rich
That was
white
set
people
on the
drop
Little
them in the
St.
hood
James Island.
Yeah.
with nothing, and let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
You know what the other name for Little St. James Island is, right?
No.
Starts with an E.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Which, by the way, Little St. James is the last island that the U.S. purchased. Historically.
Funny. That was funny, Maddie. That was funny. She made me take my glasses off and rub my forehead, but it was funny. Oh.
And the TV show that we are talking about, the actual TV show, has been going on since 2000.
And they do 2 seasons a year, so it's 50 seasons.
Yep.
Which is how... Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say
All right.
good luck or enjoy breakfast, Maddie, but both.
Have a good lurk.
Yes.
Have a good lurk. Thank you for being here. Much love. We'll see you around.
I think that's a great idea. I think they should switch the Survivor contestants and the Love Island contestants one year.
What would happen?
They did that, I think.
I think the people that thought they were gonna spend a period of time eating bugs would have a wonderful time making out, and then the hottest 24-year-olds on Earth will die within hours.
All right, your last quote is some reactions to the debut of a redesign of a popular line of dolls.
Wow, they are kind of skinny. They're definitely missing the historic appeal.
So what dolls got a controversial makeover for their 40th anniversary this year?
Barbie?
Cabbage Patch?
I'm not
Maybe
sure.
Cabbage
Yeah, not a big consumer of dolls, I take it. Are you?
No, I'm not.
Well, I'll give you a hint. These things go great if you want to have like marriages with your American boy dolls.
Oh, American Girl.
Oh, American Girl.
American Girl dolls, yes. For generations of children, the super wholesome American Girl dolls, each with represent a character from a real period in America's history, answered the question, what if a book were a doll? But the new modern era dolls, American Girl dolls, are smaller, skinnier, and to quote the New York Times, too yassified. But if you hate the new look, don't worry. Cabbage Patch Kids are just as chubbed out as ever.
Oh, good.
They're 40 now?
They're 40.
The dolls
yes.
are 40.
Survivor is 50.
Did they
American Girl.
did they create a new doll named Perry? Perimenopause.
Perimenopause,
They're
yeah.
The girls are
that
just
one. Oh, man,
they're
I
into
did.
wall Pilates. They have those glassy doll eyes because they're scrolling.
Yeah. No, actually, it's funny because the new dolls, the idea is like these are these characters from periods in history. If they live today, this is how they dress and look, which I guess is nice. It would be maybe better if they show
Okay, so I did not grow up with American Girl dolls. How we had Barbies, but not American Girl dolls, I don't know.
Price.
Okay.
You can get the Barbies at the dollar store for a couple of bucks. American Girl dolls, not at Dollar Tree, not at the Dollar General, not at Kmart, not at Walmart at the time.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, when they first came out, they were collector's items and they were meant to be
Okay.
a couple $100.
Okay. That explains it. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. That explains why. I mean, and it's not like the hippies on the farm were happy about Barbie, because there was commercialism and a certain ideal female body that it was portraying. But, some of the kids on the farm got to play with Barbies, got their Barbies, and so I got to play with Barbies.
That's right. They usually came with the book, right, Maddie? You didn't have to buy the book separate?
The books called out a lot of stuff. Okay. The first book, yes. Okay. Each doll had 6 books. I mean, the other toys that we were, the 2 toys as we got older that were really we were allowed to play with on the farm were Legos and Star Wars. There was one girl who started out as a slave, and then her mother had them both escape. Wow, cool.
Yep.
Okay.
I think I remember reading either that book or one of the ones in the series for that particular doll.
Okay.
We did not have the dolls, because I am not a doll person, but we would come across the books and I would read those.
I am definitely a doll person.
Mm-hmm.
Then she was in school and getting bullied for having one dress, and was like, she escaped slavery weeks ago. Oh, wow. Okay. So these were pretty progressive. These were some pretty progressive things. Okay. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised that you didn't have the dolls available, but I'm kind of surprised that you didn't end up with the books down on the farm.
It's entirely possible that they didn't know about them.
It is possible.
We were also, in a lot of ways, we were usually about a decade behind. So, there's one Scandinavian immigrant girl whose best friend died from cholera, probably because the books weren't really in the bookstore either. Yeah, that's true too.
That would do it too.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and by the time people that had the books and taken them to the used bookstore got that far, you probably would have been old enough to not be on the farm as such anyway.
Right. Also, our reading list on the farm started with things like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. And, I mean, and Narnia, and...
Yeah.
Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Oh, yes.
keep wanting to say bread knobs and boomsticks.
Understand that.
It is a much different book.
Oh, yes.
The new dolls criticisms were legit critiques. The new dolls look horrible. That's unfortunate.
Oh, yes. Yes, they do.
They're staring at me like they want to eat me alive and shred my soul. They're staring at me like they are inhabited by nightmares.
They are.
They
want their real clothes and bodies back.
They're staring at me like AI has already taken over and it's trying to convince me to give up the whereabouts of the rest of the humans.
Yep. Yes, see, that's what that is an American Girl doll. That's what they're supposed to look like, there.
Their eyes follow me.
Did you click on the next link?
Not yet. I'm still mesmerized by the disturbingness of these.
They are disturbing.
Hard to break eye contact.
Blink. Blink a couple times. Please. Please blink.
Okay, see, it might help that these are facing away from the camera, like off to the side.
Yeah.
Although, this one feels like she's looking at me.
Yeah.
But they don't look
she is.
as soulless. I don't know. She looks a little... She's got a 1,000-yard stare going on. She looks like she's seen some stuff. Point of the books were that they'd all seen some stuff, though, wasn't it?
Yep.
That tracks. You know, it's entirely possible that I saw an American Girl doll in my lifetime, because some of them look familiar.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would not have... They weren't dolls I got to play with or experience in any real depth. Okay, go away, you nightmares. Thank you.
I love it. Go away, nightmares.
I'm not actually that creeped out by dolls in general. Like, it takes a lot for me to find a doll creepy. Like, I'm not even creeped out by ventriloquist dummies. You know, doesn't bother me.
Fair. Uh-oh.
The most well-off one in the check-in pattern dress. Her family is pretty wealthy, but her parents were dead, so, you know. Oh, I'm terrified. How about this creepy doll? Okay, Maddie, how about this creepy doll? No. How about not?
I'm good with not.
That just... Nah. That's just... Nah. Nah, that's okay. That was creepy. That was just nah. Alright, let's get out of my nightmares and get back into the game.
Yeah,
like what
please.
the characters were like at 40 right? Oh, look, Caroline has 12 children, and Kirsten died 3 years ago of the Spanish flu.
Isn't it?
It was tough times.
But what I don't understand by making them smaller and thinner, isn't there a whole movement to make like women look like real women as opposed to that impression of...
That was before
making...
GLP-1 inhibitors.
Yeah. These are Ozempic and girl dolls.
Yeah, standards have changed. Standards have changed, right? So, for example, in the new dolls, all the skirts are shorter. Kirsten now has cool hip boots, and Rebecca now has Mar-a-Lago face.
Yeah.
Bill, how did Bradley do in our quiz?
The cats will be proud, Bradley. You got them all right.
Congratulations.
Perfect.
Take care, Bradley. We'll see you back home.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great one.
Weren't we just talking about adultification?
Yep.
Right now, panel, it is time for you to answer some questions about this week's news. Alonzo, wearable technology is everywhere. It can track pretty much every health metric imaginable. Well, there's a new wearable gadget that can measure how many times you do what?
Wow. We're not going to narrow that down at all?
The body?
We're just going to say how many times you can do. No, you got to give me something.
I will. It can detect them even when they're silent, but deadly.
Farts.
Farts?
Oh my gosh.
How many times you pass gas?
Exactly. Technically.
Is there
That was
anyone...
a very classy way to answer that, Alonzo.
Well, we're at a university.
Yeah.
I would have just said, you fighting kid.
Exactly. Let her rip.
What my question is there anyone who doesn't know? Are people just letting it go and not realizing, like, oh, wait, that was mine. Wait a minute. I got to add that one to the list.
Oh, shoot, it's almost midnight. I got to get my farts in today.
Yeah, you can't. What number are you shooting
Well, here's
for?
the thing. Apparently, it will answer a lot of questions about digestive health, and most importantly, answer the question about who dealt it. And it is being called, of course, the Fitbit for farts, because the Fart Watch smartwatch didn't do well in the focus group.
You're in the elevator.
Yeah.
You ruin the elevator.
Right.
And then you're like, sorry, I'm trying to keep my numbers up.
Exactly. Coming up, move over, Rick Steves. Our panelists are the travel gurus in this week's Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play. We'll be back in a minute.
New
with
drug
more
or
Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me
like
from NPR.
Fartagra.
And just a reminder that we exist on two different planes of reality. We're
Ad Street. When you're organization cooking, family right now count for many of.
It's bean-based.
From NPR
It's a
and
supplement.
WWDTM Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
FDA
the NPR
approved,
News Quiz.
but it's still only
I'm
a
Bill Curtis.
supplement.
We are playing this week with Faith, Saley, Josh Gundelman, and Alonzo Bowden. And here again is your host at the IU Auditorium in Bloomington, Indiana, Peter Sagal.
Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody. Right now, it is time for the Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play our game.
In fact, it's not just bean-based supplement, it's a bean-shaped supplement. It's just beans.
Yes. Which is probably better for you than what the GLP-1 stuff is doing to some people.
I mean, yeah.
No. Doctors are treating patients that have been taking things like Ozempic long term, and they're treating them for scurvy.
Of course they are.
Yes.
Of course they're getting scurvy, because when they do eat, they're probably not eating near enough vitamin C, enough of the basic stuff. Like, they'll probably be eating enough meat or enough of one small portion of what they need, but they're probably, not getting the full range of everything.
Yeah. So people are being advised, if you're on this, please drink your orange juice at the very least.
Right. Take supplements.
Yeah, take supplements.
I with my, very restricted diet, I take my supplements. I have to take my supplements. Yeah, I could eat more fruit, but I'm okay. Hi.
Huh?
Huh? Cat just jumped up in the... El Vato wants attention. Mm-hmm. You just get so used to getting attention whenever you want. You don't care what I'm doing, do you? Nope.
Darn, the cat treat's gone.
Yeah. For one, I don't have cat treats right now. For another, I can't guarantee that I could summon the right cat.
It should just say summon cat.
Well, the reason it's the cat treat thing is the reason it's called Look to the East is because it's supposed to be able to summon Gandalf.
Oh.
Look to the east on the sunrise of the 5th day.
Okay. Well, that would make sense, I suppose. Yes. I've got some cat treats that Peanut Gallery found that I need to give to you to try out on your cats.
I will.
Because they are freeze-dried minnows.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The cats may like that.
They may not.
They may not. All right.
On the air. Hi, you're on. Wait, don't tell me.
Hi, this is Tim Josephs. I'm calling from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Greensboro, North Carolina. What do you do there?
I spend time with my twin 9-year-old boys. A lot of parks, a lot of kid-related activities mostly.
I bet. By the way, you have 9-year-old boys. We have news about a new medical device they're just going to love. Well, Tim, it's really nice to have you in the show. You're going to play our game in which you must try to tell truth from fiction. Bill, what is Tim's topic?
A new travel hack.
Everybody loves travel hacks. Can't sleep in hotels? Just bring your own pillow. Are you flying Spirit Airlines? Don't fly Spirit Airlines.
Yeah.
This week, we heard about a new travel hack to make being on the road a little easier. Our panelists are going to tell you about it. Pick the one who's telling the truth, and you'll win the Wait Waiter of your choice on your voicemail. You ready to go?
I am ready.
All right. First, let's hear from Alonzo Bowden.
Marcus Anderson loves to travel but hates to pay for it, so he's mastered the crying hack. Marcus, a freelance videographer, does over 200 nights a year at hotels and said he got tired of being nickel and dimed with room charges. One recent work trip, he filmed an acting class as they learned to cry on cue. Marcus decided to try it. Turns out he has a gift. Now, whenever he interacts with hotel staff on business trips, he is actively sobbing. I've had charges removed. I've been given upgrades. Once I got a free room when my card was declined. I just told him I maxed out my card on my travel for the kids' game, and the kids lost. He almost got caught once. Just as he was getting his sports tiers ready, the desk manager at a Boise Holiday Inn asked how his kid's piano career was going when Marcus remembered he'd used the piano story there before. How'd he get through it all? By crying, of course.
A frequent traveler who's discovered that simply by crying at the right time in front of the right people gets them all kinds of perks. Your next travel tip comes from Faith Saley.
Ever find yourself on the road without enough clean underwear? Well, fitness influencer Tara Woodcocks has a hack for that, so don't get your knickers in a twist. Actually, do wad up your panties, she says, and shove them into the hotel room coffee maker. You close it, you press brew, and it puts scorching hot water through it. Woodcox explains on TikTok. You got yourself a cleaner pair of underwear to wear. You always thought hotel room coffee tasted generally like crap. But now you can really detect the flavor of thong. She then suggests drying them with the blow dryer so you're not walking around with fresh brewed drip. Woodcox's followers can hardly wait for more hacks, like perhaps how to use the coffee creamer as a leave-in conditioner. And if you're really lazy, the ice bucket as a chamber pot.
Run out of underwear on the road? Just clean your old pair in the coffee pot.
No.
What else are you going to use it for?
God, I
Your
hope
last
not.
road remedy comes from Josh Gondelman.
Pet stores across the United States have reported shortages of Siamese fighting fish after a viral TikTok blew the lid off a decades-old long-haul trucker practice. Truck drivers don't want you to know this, but when they have to stay up all night, they keep a little fish tank in their cab and let the fish bite their fingers to keep them awake.
I'm sorry,
Very
Maggie. I am so sorry.
Look, at least you're at home and you know nothing like that has been in your own personal coffee maker.
Your coffee is safe, I'm sure. This is why I drink instant. Yeah, I mean...
Siamese fish don't bite fingers. Not like that. That would not keep a person awake.
Okay.
It's gotta be one. It's gotta be A.
Okay.
Said Dr. Points, the rewards god, an adult man who calls himself that, / travel influencer. And he was right about the truckers wanting to keep their secret, because now all the fish are being snapped up by college students trying to pull all-nighters during finals. Young adults are calling the trend finger baiting, either despite or because of how gross it sounds. I can't find any dang fish anymore, lamented Clem Swenson, a career long hauler. I've had to resort to biting my own hand or slathering my fingers in barbecue sauce and enticing a stray dog to do it. On a brighter note, the paucity of betta fish has caused Swenson to bond more closely with the one he already has. He even gave his aquatic companion a radio call sign of his very own, Vince Gills.
All right. So this week we
I'm
learned
with you on that.
about a travel hack being offered by someone who assures us it works.
Because
Is
I
it
just
from
refuse to
Alonzo
believe
Bowden, or frequent traveler who says if you can learn to cry on cue, there's no end to the upgrades you can get? From Faith Saley, if you run out of underwear, just use your hotel coffee pot to clean it. Or from Josh Gondelman, the secret that truckers have known for years: you want to stay awake? Put your hand in a bowl with a betta fish. Which of these is the real travel hack we learned about this week?
I sadly, I think I have to go with the grossest one, with the coffee.
Oh, no,
So
please,
your choice is
no.
Faith's story. Well, to bring you the correct answer, we spoke to an expert in this
Dear
particular
Club,
field.
no.
You would be better served washing underwear in the sink with shampoo if you were in a hotel than you are just putting it in the Keurig.
That was Patrick Richardson, a.k.a. the laundry guy, preeminent laundry influencer, talking about what you can do that's better than putting your underwear in the coffee maker. Congratulations, you were right. It was, in fact, Faith's story. You've won a point for her,
Thanks,
which she always appreciates, and you've won our game.
All right, all that stuff I've said about trying to at least save some of society, I'm wrong. Burn it all down. I'm wrong about
I don't
everything.
drink coffee,
Burn it
and
all
I'm
down.
still.
No. This is just so wrong.
I really hope that there are hotels out there that have heard this and they're like, okay, we're taking all the coffee makers out of the room now.
Yeah. Yep.
And we're only issuing them one at a time to people after they prove that they're actually going to drink coffee with them.
Just made coffee! Oh, God. It does feel like rage bait. It does. It feels like whoever the original TikToker or Instagrammer was that did this was just rage baiting. But it's gone too far. And as rage bait, it has worked because I am angry.
You're angry. I'm horrified.
I'm not sure I'm ever using a coffee maker in a hotel again.
I think the only one that I would be willing to trust is the one that's out in the public that everybody has to look at.
Right. It feels like when a TikToker makes nasty food just to make people angry. Yeah.
Yeah, the stupid bubblegum popcorn contraption mess. Yeah, I would rather have the one that everybody sneezes over, which is bad.
Yeah.
And again, I don't drink coffee. Okay. What other horrors do they have for us?
My nightmares, man. My nightmares.
I wish to know I have not brought you nightmare fuel in a little bit.
No,
NPR did it to you this time.
I mean, yeah, they did.
Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
Take care.
It's time for coffee.
No, it isn't.
It's not.
It's time for tea.
No.
And now the game where we ask people who have won everything to try one more game.
No, it's not. No.
Damn fine cup of coffee. Yes. Well played, Matty Holmes. Well played.
Not my job. After dominating national collegiate competition as a swimmer here at Indiana, Lilly King went on to win multiple medals at 3 different Olympics, including 2 golds, and setting 1 Olympic record in the breaststroke along the way. She probably would have won gold at last week's Olympics too if they'd only let you swim down the bobsled track. We are delighted she is with us now. Lilly King, welcome to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here. Now, I know now that you still live near here in Bloomington, right? Mm-hmm. Where you, of course, you went to college after growing up not far from here. And I was going to ask if you're still recognized some years after graduation when you walk around campus, but based on the reaction you got, I'm guessing yes?
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while. I kind of live a little away from campus now, so I think everybody in my neighborhood kind of recognizes me, which is weird when you're trying to take the garbage out with your robe on. But yeah, every once in a while, you get a hey here or there, and that's kind of how my life is.
Now, you also train. You still train here at the pool.
I have to say, I retired in August.
You retired from competitive swimming.
Yeah, all done. But yes, I did train there all through my career, and about 10 years in that pool.
Wow. Did you enjoy, after you graduated, coming back here and getting in the pool with all these younger swimmers and just continuing to kick their ass?
Yes, always.
Yes. Because you really... You're not that old, but you don't have to be old to really enjoy beating younger people. It's just,
oh, for sure.
It's a thing.
No, it doesn't get old ever.
When you were growing up, you came from an athletic family. Your father's a track coach, right? how did you know, A, that swimming was your sport, and B, that you were particularly good at it?
Well, I was really bad at everything else, so that was a good giveaway at the beginning.
Wait, maybe I'm an Olympic swimmer then.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah.
But
Have you tried Olympic swimming, Josh? You never know.
It's the last one I've been waiting to attempt.
Gymnastics career didn't really take off.
It did not pan out.
I was about this size at 14, so it didn't work for me either, so it's okay.
I love this story. I understand that your husband, who was a fellow member of the IU swim team, proposed to you after you had just won a meet or an event?
Yes, so I got proposed to at Olympic trials. And the security at Olympic trials is like really tight. Trying to get up on the pool deck, there's guys with like army guys with machine guns, like ready to. It's wild. Yeah, I'm like, guys, this is a swim meet. It's not that. Yeah. It's not that deep.
You're all wearing bathing suits. Where do they expect you to be hiding a weapon?
Exactly. So.
It's a swim meet. It's not that deep. It's not a diving competition.
Nope, it's not.
Walked down the stairs, and I'm gasping for, I just finished the race. I'm exhausted. And I saw he was on deck, and he was not supposed to be on deck. And I was like, how'd you get down here? Like, they're going to take you out. Like, what are you doing?
He had murdered 11 security guards.
Pretty much. Well, I'm pretty sure he used to be in the CIA, but we don't have to talk about that.
Okay.
So then he proposed right then and there.
Really? Did he do the classic thing, get down on one knee?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you had a swim cap on when he proposed to you.
So this is funny. So I didn't, because one of my best friends who I train with here, Annie Laser, she's Olympic bronze medalist from Tokyo Games. And she was a coach, so she told me, she's like, hey, just take your cap off after your race. And I was like, we're very honest with each other, sometimes to the point where it's not so nice. And I was like, if you just tell me I look awful in my cap, like, just tell the truth. And she's like, no, you gotta trust me to just take your cap off.
So funny.
So
That's a good friend.
It is. So I get out after my race, I take my cap off, and I'm looking in the stands for her, and I couldn't see her. And I was like, what the hell?
I took it off for nothing.
I know, I'm like rolling my eyes looking for her.
Did you then hear her voice yelling, you also might want to put on some makeup?
Yeah, no, it was too late.
Why did you tell me to do my nails for the Olympic trials?
Exactly.
And there your husband was, and he got down on one knee, and he proposed right there in the deck.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
And do you think he would have proposed if you had lost?
So, I was very confident that wasn't going to happen for myself.
The engagement.
He seems, or the losing.
Right.
But he was like, well, if you got third, I thought it'd make you happy. I was like, that was a very kind thought. But I would have said yes, obviously. I don't think I would have been super happy at the moment when it happened.
So you're saying, and I've met enough really high elite athletes knowing that they all expect to win. You all expect to win every time, which is part of the secret. And so I imagine that if you hadn't won that day and made the Olympic team, you would have said yes to his proposal, but it might have been more like okay, fine.
Maybe. It was, separation of church and state there. So,
Lily, if you expect to win, which is part of what makes you a champion, do you get nervous? I know you're retired. Did you get nervous?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially like Olympic trials, when you go in and the whole point of the meet is you got to be top two. So there's usually 100 to 150 people in your event, and only 2 make the Olympic team. So pretty much, especially if you're expecting to make it going into that final, you just got to think, don't mess up.
Do competitors talk? Do you talk to, like you said, it's 150 people, and I'm guessing the top group you expect to win. Do you guys talk smack to each other before you jump in the pool? Or?
I do. They didn't like it that much.
No, wait a minute. Okay. Hold on. We had read that one of your secrets is you psych out your opponents. You play some mind games.
Looking pretty dry today.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, fine. Trash talk. I get it. Some of the greatest athletes do it. But how do you trash talk someone when you're both underwater?
Yeah. In one Olympic final, I did make eye contact with another girl off of a turn. So that was, I think, as close as we get in the water. That was pretty crazy.
You should be an American Girl doll.
Thank you.
Yeah. Larry Bird.
I'll take it.
Yep.
Well, so in the swimming world, sorry, Peter.
It's okay.
But in the swimming world, you're out of control. Like you're talking smack on the block. Are they happy you retired?
Yeah,
they should be. I was off the rails there for a couple of years.
She was the Dennis Rodman of international.
I take that as a great compliment.
You should. Well,
Yeah.
Well, Lilly King, we are delighted to talk to you, but we've asked you here to play a game we're calling
Lilly King, meet these Lil Kings.
That's right. We're going to ask you 3 questions about short kings.
All right.
Tom Cruise. 2 or 3 questions right about men of less than average height, and you'll win our prize for one of our listeners, the voice of anyone they might choose for their voicemail. Bill, who is Lilly King playing for?
Olivia Trevino and Leo Burton of Bloomington, Indiana.
Were you just answering early, Maddie?
Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Here's your first question. For centuries, psychologists have talked about the Napoleonic complex, or the idea that short men can be more aggressive or ambitious than taller men. But a 2007 English scientific study disproved it. How did they do that? Was it A, by hitting short men with sticks and seeing if they got angrier than tall men? B, by asking short men how much they might enjoy conquering Europe? Or C, simply by asking a bunch of short men if they were compensating for something, and they all said, no!
Oh, God.
I'm going to go C.
You're going to go C? Your
Yeah.
choice is C? They just asked them and they all yelled no?
I think it's B.
No, it was actually A.
No!
Oh, jeez.
What they did, and this is true, is they would wrap men of various heights on the knuckles with sticks. And they noted that shorter men would react with less anger than taller men.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah. All right, you have 2 more chances to get these right.
Maybe
You win. Here we go.
because you're holding a big
It might
stick.
surprise you who is a short king, or was, as in which of these examples? A, Neil Armstrong, the astronaut, who meant to say, that's one step for a small man. B, Joseph Stalin, who was so short, Harry Truman used to call him Lil Squirt. Or
I like
C,
that.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who originally wrestled under the nickname The Pebble.
All right, it's
I
not
think
the
A.
Pebble. I know that.
B.
I'm hearing B. B sounds good.
Yes,
I'll
it's
say
B.
You guys gotta give me some YMCA. It all sounds the same.
I'm just asking
here.
though, did you rely on the audience at your swim meet? It's like, what stroke? What should I do?
Oh, fast?
Fast? Okay, everyone wants to go out.
A little bit. I'd be like,
yeah, he used to call him Little Squirt, you know. All right, last question. If you get this one right, you win. Alan Ladd, a star from the golden age of Hollywood, was only 5'6", and to make up for that, the producers of his movies would do what? A, dig holes for his taller co-stars to stand in. B, put 1-foot-high lifts into all his shoes. Or C, make sure that every other actor in the entire movie was 5'2" or shorter.
I'm going with A.
They're all
on
saying
that.
A.
They're all saying A.
I feel like I'm really
Yeah,
using my
I'm
phone
going
friend.
with Matt.
You
So,
are.
okay, I'll go A.
It was
I know
A,
they've
yes.
done
A hole? The lifted shoes makes way more
So
sense.
if he was talking to, say, a taller woman, they would dig a hole and the woman would stand in the hole and appear shorter.
Yeah.
And you're maybe saying, well, wait a minute, great, okay, a hole. What if the actor had to move during the shot? Easy answer, they'd dig a ditch. Bill, how did Lilly King do in our quiz?
6-time Olympic medalist wins the big one. 2 out of 3 on Wait, Don't Tell Me.
With a lot of help.
With a lot of help. That's all right. Lilly King is a 6-time Olympic medalist and a legend of Hoosier athletics. Lilly King,
There are
thank you so
also
much for joining us on
Scully
Wait, Don't
boxes,
Tell Me.
Thank you.
Lilly King, everybody.
Which is what they use for Tom Cruise.
Mail-in free for 60 days. Parker Store. Safety features.
PR and WBEZ Chicago. This is Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz.
Yeah.
I'm Bill Curtis. We are
thing
playing
about,
this week with Josh Gunn.
Thing about Alan Ladd on the radio is they didn't, they had to do a lot more camera angle tricks to make him look taller on the radio.
Fair point. Very fair point, dear.
Gondelman, Faith Saley, and Alonzo Bowden. And here again is your host at the IU Auditorium in Bloomington, Indiana, Peter Sagal.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Coming up to celebrate the 50th season of Survivor, we're going to play the 50,000th season of the Listener Limerick Challenge. If you'd like to come help celebrate, give us a call at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. But right now, panel, it's time to introduce a new game that we call
Cleaning Out the Cabinet.
While President Trump got the attention this week, his cabinet has been busy making news too. In fact, there's so much of it that we have to go through it all rapid fire, true false style. You ready to go?
Oh boy.
Okay, we'll start with Josh. Josh, true or false? On a recent flight on Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem's luxury jet, her closest aide, Corey Lewandowski, demanded the pilot turn around and go back because Noem had forgotten her phone.
Yes.
False. It was like a blanket.
Yes, she had forgotten her favorite blanket. Alonzo, true or false? When the pilot wouldn't turn around, Lewandowski fired him in the middle of the flight.
True.
That was true.
Faith, true or false? The pilot then pointed out that if he was fired, there'd be nobody to fly the plane, so Lewandowski had to unfire him.
True.
Right. Josh, true or false? More recent reports say it wasn't a blanket at all. It was Noem's, quote, mystery bag with something in it so embarrassing they had to come up with the blanket story instead.
I'm just going to vote with my heart and say I hope it's true.
It is true.
Wow.
Alonzo, true or false? Labor Secretary Lori Chavez DeRaymer is under investigation for taking luxury vacations at government expense, drinking during work hours, taking her staff to strip clubs, and having an affair with a member of her security team.
Absolutely true.
It is true. Faith, true or false? Because of this, her husband, Sean DeRaymer, has started spending every day at the Labor Department just to keep an eye on her.
False.
Right, it is false. He has been permanently banned from the department for sexually harassing female employees there.
Okay.
And that is our cabinet clean out. We'll do it again as soon as the cabinet gets filled up again.
Wow.
No.
All right, panel, some more questions for you about the rest of the week's
unexpected.
news. Faith, there's a new exciting bedtime trend, taking what with you to bed?
Oh,
Your toothbrush?
isn't it kind of everything?
Yes, it's everything. That's
Yeah.
the answer. It's called bedtime stacking.
Ugh.
And it works like this.
No.
You don't want to get out of bed, so you bring all your lotions, your lip masks, your journals, your books, your drinks, and snacks.
Nothing at all.
Stack them all around you in the bed. And you can stay there. Now, you don't have to bring your mice. They'll show up by themselves within a few hours.
That sounds like not
I do
stacking,
not.
just your first apartment in New York City.
Yeah.
It
like,
also kind of sounds like depression.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Because, like, you just don't want to get out of bed.
Exactly. But all this stuff, I'm just old school. When I'm in bed, I just want a book, good lighting, my fingers, and a tub of hummus. You know?
I don't know if I wanted to know that.
I don't know who does these studies.
This is a thing that somebody put themselves on. So when I go to bed, I like to do bedtime stacking. I like to put everything in my bed so I never have to go to bed. I have access to all my things. And it went viral, and now it's a trend, and people are doing it.
Literally
it occurs
just
to me,
a side
some
table.
people
You
just
missed the
shouldn't
joke. Should have
have
been a tub of
influence.
beta.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yes, Maddie. It should have been a
you
tub
don't
of
need to do
beta
that.
fish.
Right.
just because you saw somebody do it and tell you about it,
Yeah. We should be able to, take that away from
Right.
Yes.
There should be people that are outfluencers.
Yes.
That see that trend taking off and they go, stop it.
Yeah, that's called your mom. Mom just walks in the room. What the hell are you doing? And just smacks you. Put that stuff away.
get your fingers out of the hummus, Peter.
Well-timed your mom joke.
Yep.
Coming up, it's Lightning Fill in the Blank, but first it's the game where you have to listen for the rhyme. If you'd like to play on air, call or leave a message at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. You can see us most weeks back at the Studebaker Theater in downtown Chicago, our home, or you can catch us on the road. We'll be in Savannah, Georgia on March 26th and in San Diego on April 30th. For tickets and information to all of our live events, just go to nprpresents.com. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, Peter. This is Katie from Burnsville, Minnesota.
Oh, Burnsville.
Hi, Katie
I
from
actually
Burnsville.
know it. Out there near the Twin Cities. What do you do there?
I am the Administrative Manager and Graduate Program Coordinator for the Department of Pharmaceutics at the University of Minnesota.
And you have a business card the size of a 9x11 sheet of paper, right? I love the Golden Gophers. They're a fine place. Well, welcome to the show, Katie. Bill Curtis is going to read you 3 news-related limericks with the last word or phrase missing from each. If you can fill in that last word or phrase correctly in 2 of the limericks, you'll be a winner. Ready to play?
I'm ready.
Well, next week, Wait covers the Iranian, Dubai, UAE, Qatar, Iraq, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bahrain, United States war. Oh, I forgot Israel. Yeah. Yep. That's, yeah.
Yep. That's what we're going to be talking about.
That is, sounds like next week's show. Just very well put there.
Yep.
All right. Are we ready for limericks?
I think so.
All right.
Hope so.
I'm ready.
Here's your first limerick.
At cross country, my teeth I am gritting, and the sweaters I make are well fitting. After
Knitting?
stitches and pearls, through the slopes
Knitting.
I will hurl.
Knitting.
My powers to ski come from...
Knitting?
Right! After winning a silver medal at the recent Winter Olympics, cross-country skier Ben Ogden credited his success to his hobby of knitting, saying it helps him relax. Isn't it sweet? He needed something to take his mind off the stress of skiing, but he still wanted to be holding little poles.
I see like a season 2 of Heated Rivalry with this as a subplot.
I agree.
There's something very... Why are you looking at me like that? Is it because you're straight?
No.
There's something very sexy about a hot athlete knitting.
But that's the thing.
Well, the
like
guy
a heated
who played
rivalry about this
Daredevil
guy's like, oh, I like to knit. And the other guy's like, oh, I like to knit
Yeah.
too. And they sit there and they knit for 6 episodes.
No, it's the knitting guy versus the crocheting guy.
Oh,
obviously.
that's
Yeah, that's
Obviously,
the
the
rivalry.
crocheting guy. he's
Needles
like, yeah, I'm
clacking, and it's also just the expansiveness of their personality.
That's the sound of romance, clacking.
All right, here is your next limerick.
At this
Slalom
age,
2
heavy
on
stones
one
we're not
cross-country.
hurling, but on ice we will set them a-twirling. In the house we score points with our old creaking joints. After pickleball, we'll take up...
Curling.
Curling, yes! According to Bloomberg News, curling clubs are trying to leverage the excitement of the Olympics to make their sport the new pickleball. Just like pickleball, it's easy to learn and fun to play. And of course, there's nothing seniors like better
Hurling.
than walking on
See, I think
ice.
hurling would have been a lot more funny.
They call it the devil's shuffleboard.
Yes. Imagine shuffleboard, but you can break your hip at any time. All right, here is your last limerick.
We've all heard this warning before, G. There aren't enough bees. We need more G. So I'm bringing my queens to some real swinging scenes. For my bees, I'm hosting an
orgy.
Orgy?
Yep. You know, you're really pushing this Minnesota nice right now. Orgy.
Yes, orgy.
Oh my gosh.
Or as they call it in Minnesota, a potluck. We know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
A bee orgy in Belgium. I'm jealous. I can't even score an invite to a sea orgy. So the bee orgy is exactly what it sounds like. Thousands of beekeepers bringing an endangered species of bee to Belgium just so their bees can get freaky with each other, and that will save the species from extinction. It's all fun and games for the queen bees, right? That's what it's about. Once they've mated, they go home and establish their own colonies. But when a male bee mates, his penis falls off and he dies. As it should be. Am I right, ladies? Bill, how did Katie do in our quiz?
3 in a row. Katie's great. You won.
Well done, Katie.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you
appreciate
for
it.
playing. Take care.
You too.
Okay.
Movie critics are now playing in theaters.
Trump calls it a war.
Now I'm afraid it is time for our final game. Well, that means we know who's going to answer as many fill-in-the-blank questions as they can. Each correct answer is now worth 2 points. Bill, can you give us the scores?
Josh has 3, Alonzo has 4, and Faith has 5.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that means we know who's going first, and that would be Josh. The clock will start when I begin your first question. Fill in the blank. On Thursday, Hillary Clinton testified in a congressional investigation into the blank files.
Epstein.
Right. On Monday, a bomb cyclone left several states on the East Coast dealing with over 2 feet of blank.
Snow?
Right. This week, the White House announced it was withholding $250 million in blank funds from Minnesota.
It's healthcare.
Yeah, Medicare. Yeah. On Tuesday, the U.S. lifted a shelter-in-place order for Americans in blank.
Mexico?
Right. This week, New York Governor Kathy Hochul said a grandfather would be allowed to keep his personalized license plate that reads blank.
Horny grandpa?
No. His plate, which he now can use, is PB4 We Go.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
On Monday, researchers said they developed a single vaccine that could protect against cold, flu, and blank.
COVID?
Yes.
Wow.
On Thursday, the 2026 NFL blank began in Indianapolis.
Combine?
Draft.
Right. This week, a man in Ohio running from the police was caught after he hid in a curbside trash can until blank.
He sneezed
The
and they
trash?
found him?
No, until the garbage truck came along and tried to put him in the truck.
All right.
The whole thing was caught on video. You can see it. The guy jumps into it. A little while later, truck pulls up, attaches it to the thing, the machine picks it up, and the next thing you know, the guy jumps out of it. Garbage man is freaked out. The guy, he starts running away because the cops, it turns out, were like right there. He was caught, and in addition to the charges they were arresting him for, he was fined $10 for being in the recycling bin. He clearly should have been in the hiding from the police bin.
All right.
Yes. Why did it stop? Oh, that's why it stopped.
Killer bees.
Hee hee.
Why did it stop? He stopped it. Yes. Yes. All right.
Bill, I think Josh did pretty well, right?
Very well. 6 right, 12 more points. 15 is the total.
Nice.
Very good.
Thank you, Bill.
Very good, Josh. All right,
you.
Alonzo, you were in second place, so it is your turn now. Here we go. Fill in the blank. On Thursday, nuclear talks between the U.S. and blank began in Geneva.
Iran.
Right. On Tuesday, Representative Al Green was escorted out of the blank for protesting.
State of the Union.
Right. In response to last year's multi-million-dollar heist, the director of the blank announced she was resigning.
The Louvre.
Right. This week, a man in California was charged with a misdemeanor after he filmed himself blanking.
Ooh.
Committing
Scooping up
a
the
crime?
hummus.
No. He filmed himself giving a wild hawk a sip of his BuzzBallz alcoholic beverage.
I did hear about that, yeah.
According to a new study, forever chemicals may be causing men to blank faster.
I don't know, die
Go bald.
faster?
I'll give it to you, age faster so they die sooner. On Monday, budget airline blank reached a deal that will keep it from going out of business.
Spirit?
Right.
Spirit
this week,
Airlines?
the infamously unflattering picture of the former Prince Andrew in the back of a police car after his arrest was briefly on display in blank.
The newspaper.
Buckingham Palace?
Everywhere?
No, yeah. No, but it was framed and displayed briefly at the Louvre. This is the second time in 2 months that someone managed to sneak a framed photo into the Louvre and hang it on the museum's wall until it was found and removed. But this time, there is some artistic merit to
what he
it.
said.
If you haven't seen it, this photo of Andrew really answers the question, what if Edvard Munch's The Scream was a painting of an old pedophile? Bill, how did Alonzo do in our quiz?
Very close game. 5 right, 10 more points. 14, just 1 behind Josh.
All right. How many then does Faith need to win?
5 to tie, 6 to win.
Here we go, Faith. This is for the game. On Wednesday, confirmation hearings began for Casey Means, Donald Trump's nominee for blank.
Surgeon General.
Right. Following a Supreme Court ruling, FedEx sued the Trump administration demanding a blank rebate.
Tariff.
Right. This week, the Supreme Court ruled that the Postal Service could not be sued for intentionally withholding people's blank.
Mail.
Right. On
Mail.
Thursday, police in New York said they'd arrested a man who they claimed was involved in a massive blank fight.
Snowball.
Right. This week, a man in Italy got in trouble with authorities after he trained his dog to blank.
To do mountaineering.
No, to take his trash bags and bring them out and illegally dump them by the side of the road.
Okay.
Good dog. On Monday, NASA once again delayed their mission to the blank.
To the moon.
Right. On Wednesday, Wu-Tang Clan, Lauryn Hill, and Joy Division were named as possible nominees to the blank.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right. This week, police in the UK were able to apprehend a suspect who jumped the fence into a farm as he was running away, but was stopped there by blank.
Llamas.
Pigs.
No, a herd of llamas.
Llamas, alpacas, yeah.
Cops say the man was trying to evade police by trespassing onto a farm, but got caught because he was immediately confronted by 8 llamas who formed a circle around him and would not let him leave.
Yep.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to be very disappointed if this does not result in a new cop show called Llama Force.
No, Joy Division is not in yet. Really, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is really a lab. It's all llamas are bastards. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, yeah, that's really what they're trying to become. And I have no problem with that myself. And they have a lot of making up to do, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they've got a long way to go to get it right in general, but they're doing better. But that's, that's a sensitive subject in general, I think.
Bill, did Faith do well enough to win?
She got 6 right for 12 more points with a total of 17. Faith is this week's winner.
In just a minute, we're going to ask our panelists to predict, now that they've done American Girl dolls, what will be the next famous toy to get an update. But first, let me tell you that Wait, Don't Tell Me is a production of NPR and WBEZ Chicago in association with Urgent Haircut Productions, Doug Berman, Benevolent Overlord. Philip Godica writes our limericks. Our public address announcer is Paul Friedman. B.J. Liederman composed our theme. Our program is produced by Jennifer Mills, Miles Dornbos, and Lillian King. Yes, we've got one too. Special thanks to Blythe Robertson and Monica Hickey. Peter Gwynn is our llama wrangler. Emma Choi is our vibe curator. Technical direction is from Lorna White. Our CFO is Colin Miller. Our production manager is Robert Newhouse. Our senior producer is Ian Chillog. And the executive producer of Wait, Don't Tell Me is Mike Danforth. Now, panel, what toy is getting the next big update? Alonzo Bowden.
Hot Wheels cars will come with Apple CarPlay.
Faith Saley.
G.I. Joe is going to become G.I. Bro, and he comes with a rucksack full of protein powder and a podcast studio.
And Josh Gondelman.
Microplastic machines. The toy car is small enough to go straight into your bloodstream.
Well, if any of that happens, panel, we're going to ask you about
Someone's
it.
going to revive
Wait, Don't
Gumby.
Tell Me.
Thank you so much, Bill Curtis. Thanks also to Alonzo Bowden, Faith Saley, and Josh Gondelman. Thanks to the staff and crew at IU Auditorium. Special thanks to Amy O'Shaughnessy and Alex Chambers at WFIU. Thanks to our fabulous audience who came out to see us here in Bloomington. And to all of you, wherever you may be, for listening. I'm Peter Sagal. We'll see you next week.
They were solid. Da 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 da.
This is NPR.
Legos will be made larger and used to build low-income housing. Yup. That's exactly what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Well, friends, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Maddie, so much for being always a lot of fun when you're in the chat.
Yes, it is.
Everyone, stick around for the raid. We will be raiding out to DJ Margarita Mel on the Sunday No Pants Raid Train. Hosted by my future ex-husband, Lockpick. And yeah, thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Just Me Crystal. Was there anybody else in chat? No.
No.
Just me, Crystal, Maddie, you, and me.
Yep.
Thank you all.
I mean, we've got more people lurking, but
oh yes, thank you all you lurkers. Much love. Thank you, everyone. Now is the time on the show when I say, as they say around here, 2 up, 2 down. VA, double deuces. I'm out, y'all.
Das hat er damals komplett